We got Rahshan La Mons with us, Susquehanna running back. Rahshan, thank you so much for joining us today. Oh, okay. Making sure everything's all good. Can you hear
Yes,
me
sir.
now?
Thank you for having me.
Awesome, Rahshan. Thank you very much. So to hop right into this one, I'm going to start it with the Lycoming contest. You rushed for 154 rushing yards on 11 carries, also had 2 touchdowns, and the team won the game 55-7 overall. You guys hoisted the Landmark Conference Championship trophy. So how special of a moment was that for you, both on the field and in the locker room after the game?
It was very special because, of course, as a freshman running back, and just a freshman in general, usually you don't really get to experience something like this and actually be a part of it. So I actually did play a role in that, and then go in there and everybody's still just as excited no matter who was on the field. It's a great feeling.
Awesome. And looking at your stats overall on the season, 1,156 total rushing yards, 14 rushing touchdowns, 337 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns, and a combined 429 return yards and 3 return touchdowns. All in all, that's 1,922 all-purpose yards, the most in program history. That broke a record that stood for over 20 years. So to have that kind of impact as a first year, did you see that kind of production coming from you?
To be honest, I mean, of course, the confident answer is to always say yes, but I just wanted to come here and just be a part of a successful program. Rather I had 12 carries for 28 yards and no touchdowns, or rather I had the stats that I had. So, I mean, I didn't necessarily see me coming in here and being that impactful and playing the role that I did this season, but I'm grateful that I did because we won a lot of games off it. So.
Absolutely. And looking back when I first interviewed at the start of the season, you were still obviously very new to Susquehanna University. When did you truly think that you finally settled into a groove during the season?
After my first touchdown, and then I ran to the sideline and everybody was like, "You scored." And I was like, "Yeah, it's my first collegiate touchdown." But after that, it was just like, I just continued to stay under everybody's wing. They continued to guide me in the right direction. They took care of me. And then from then it was just up, and I had no reason to be nervous outside of that.
Well said. And looking at some of your performances throughout the season, is there a certain performance overall that you thought was your best performance of the season, or a specific play? Or what do you got for me?
The worst thing is my most memorable play this season. Actually, I didn't even score on. It was against Brockport, my first punt return. Even though I got tackled by the punter, but that was like mind blowing for me because they just threw me out there. Coach Perkin was like, "Yeah, you're going out there on special teams." It's like, punt return? Like, Kyle's not going out there? And they were like, "Nah, you're going out there." And they put me out there. They trusted and believed in me. And then from then, I was like, that lit up my day because I was like, who would have thought I would be out here returning punts right now as a true freshman? So.
And you went on to top that with, like I said, 3 return touchdowns on the season.
Yeah.
Today it was announced that you were named the Landmark Conference's Rookie of the Year and also named the All-Landmark Conference first team as both a running back and as a return man. So obviously a very stellar season overall. How do you look to top this in years to come?
I don't even know. I mean, Coach Burke, and they just put me in the right positions, and I mean, I don't expect anything else. So hopefully they continue to put me in the right positions, and I don't know what's to come from that.
And obviously the day after the Lycoming game was the selection show where you guys got the first round bye and you're matched up with Hobart College in round 2 just after Thanksgiving on November 30th. So what are you going to do with this extra time off? How do you guys stay prepared for the matchup ahead?
Recover and then keep everybody sharp, keep everybody on their toes, make sure everybody knows what they're doing from the basic stuff all the way to the complicated things. Make sure everybody knows exactly what they need to be doing. But as I said, most importantly, taking care of our bodies because it is a long season, and then we're not planning just for this game. We're planning to be playing for 4 or 5 more games. So definitely recovery.
Well said. And looking at this game ahead, Hobart gives up an average of 8.3 points per game on defense. It'll be the most complete defensive unit you guys will have faced all season up to this point. So how do you maintain production against a top-notch unit, and how do you stay calm under pressure knowing that this is going to be a tough challenge ahead?
Believe in Coach Juan. I mean, all year he's preached, the offense is going to take care of itself as long as everybody does his job. So I don't see anybody but us stopping us. So from then on, it's just us playing football. So we'll see where that goes from there.
Is there a growing sense of the offense is the reason we'll go as far as we go in the playoffs, or do you think even on kind of an off day, the defense can carry for you guys?
I feel like when we're having an off day, the defense has us, and when we're having a good day, we pick the defense up. But, I mean, it's college football. Everybody's going to have their day. Everybody's going to have their ups. Everybody's going to have their downs. But I think we take care of each other real well. So I think this season we have yet to play a complete game offense and defensively, but I see that coming very soon. And then going into the playoffs, I only see it getting better from there.
I want to bring it back to one of your running mates in the backfield, that being Matt Sertz. Obviously, you've been the star of the show all season, but whenever you're not on the field, Sertz can come in and make an instant impact play. So kind of describe the chemistry you guys have as a Thunder and Lightning duo at running back.
It's actually unbelievable because, I mean, of course, everybody, they see me, but, like, I don't think they realize Sertz has played in the position that I was in last year. Like, he was on the field. He experienced things that I didn't. So coming in and playing a lot of teams that we play, he told me what to expect and what holes to see, what backers to read. Like, he taught me those things. So, I mean, so when he goes in the game, it's like we don't really miss a beat. And so off of that, our chemistry is just great based off of that.
And how about kind of the connection you have with Josh Ehrlich? Obviously, you make great plays as a receiver as well, 337 receiving yards. So how have you guys managed to stay on the same page throughout the course of the entire year?
That's the leader of the offense. Whatever he says goes, even if it's not the right thing at the right time. We have his back and he got our back. So Josh is taking care of me through. I mean, of course, I'm right next to him, so he takes care of me throughout the game, even when I can't see the calls and do all that. Like, he'll let me know who's blitzing. He'll do, like, the small things to make sure that I'm in the right position. And then from then, he's trusted me and I've trusted him. So there's times where I may be like, if I'm right here, Josh, he'll give me the ball. I don't even have to ask for it. I don't have to go back to him and tell him anything. Like, so it's just great for him in the backfield. Everything is always good in the backfield.
And back to the Hobart contest. Throughout your entire football career thus far, is this one far and away the biggest game of your football career?
I wouldn't say it's the biggest one. It's definitely one of the biggest ones that I've been a part of. But, well, not that. Well, actually, I'm lying. My youth football game that I played in when I was younger, I had to play a national championship in the youth football. That probably was the most nerve-wracking game ever because I was only 13 playing still and on a big stage. But this definitely tops it because if we win this game, it's the first playoff win, and I can say that I've been a part of that. So, yeah, it's a big game, but I don't know if this is the biggest one I've been in.
And I want to touch on that a little bit as my final question. Obviously, there's no guarantee that you guys will be home after this Hobart game. So talk about the dynamic of playing a playoff game on the road, albeit given your region, you guys could either be going to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. So tell me about the difference of being on the road for the playoffs as opposed to home.
No different. It's just another game, business. So we just got to go out there, travel, do what we know we're supposed to do, get a win, and then go on from there.
Well said, Rahshan. Bray, would you like to add anything before he signs off for the evening?
Okay, I was gonna say whenever you were tossing back and forth about is this the biggest game I would grab for the button because I was gonna say you can say no. That's okay. But what was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna ask, do you like playing at home or away better?
Definitely home.
Okay.
Definitely home. Yeah, I don't like going to other schools and having to play. I like the way our facilities look.
I think, true. I think this weekend it might be a little quiet being around Thanksgiving break and everything. Also, I was going to say, you guys talked about you and Josh's connection and the chemistry. I was going to ask about your touchdown pass to Josh. What was that play like?
To be honest, it was actually kind of nerve-wracking for me because all week Coach Burke and Coach Juan told me don't pop the ball up and don't throw it like a lollipop. And I got to throw the ball a lot in high school, so I played quarterback my senior year, so I was like, nah, I'll be good. Don't worry about it. I'll be good. And then I went out there, and I threw a lollipop pass to him. And it was a good thing that there was nobody near him to kind of ruin that. But, yeah, that was nerve-wracking for me because I was like, if this ball gets knocked down, I'm not going to hear the end of it from either of them. So, yeah.
I remember watching that, and I was like, did that really just happen?
Yep.
We just do that.
Yeah, in the box score afterwards, I was like, Rahshan threw a touchdown pass? Okay, then.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have for you.
All right, Rahshan. So before we sign off for the evening, thank you once again so much for hopping on. Best of luck against Hobart. And I got to say, man, you've been one of my favorite players to watch all season. It's been a blast. And thanks for a fun year if this is the last home game coming up.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me, too.